and his tag team partner, Diamond Timothy Flowers, at 245 from Hell's Kitchen, New York. And you are witnessing one exciting tag team. They will be their opponents. I guess you can call them the California Connection. And you just heard from Adam Inpact, the native of Miracle Hot Springs, California, and his tag team partner, Cruz, both weighing in at around 238 or 39 pounds, if you will. What ball, 20 minutes, Snatch?
Well, Joe, I'm all geared up. I'm all wired because this is going to be hardcore at its finest. We've been waiting for this for a while. We know Tim Flowers, he hates Cruz. Cruz, he hates Tim Flowers. When Tim Flowers in the ring with Cruz, the fireworks go off, Joe. And this is going to be an exciting match because these are two fantastic tag teams right here on Hardcore.
Well, you already know what's going on between Cruz and Diamond Timothy Flowers here in the IWA, as hardcore as it gets. And I'll tell you what, that was something, a story, I guess, or the history behind those two. Take it back about 7 years ago to the Pacific Northwest.
Exactly. Well, Cruz started his career in the Pacific Northwest, and his first initiation into professional wrestling was getting pile driven by Tim Flowers. So I'm hoping to have a repeat of that tonight because you know how I feel about Tim Flowers. He's a good friend of mine. I like these psychopaths.
I'll tell you what, I have to say I've been impressed with the Street Fighters, as rough, as hardcore as they can be. One great tag team here in the IWA, but look at this, an Irish whip reversal there, the back body drop. And the Cruiser on fire, he's ready to cruise. He doesn't have a bad tag team partner himself. A lot of exciting tag team action here. Impact, Cruz together. You've got the Street Fighters. You got Great Gamma, Champagne, Jerry Morrow tagging up together. Unbelievable.
I'll tell you what, the tag team action in the IWA is hardcore and it's exciting. You talk about the Great Gamma and Jerry Morrow. Either one of these two teams right now is at the level where they could give them one tremendous match.
All right, freshman in here, Adam Impact, with some direct impact right there to the arm, the bicep area of Diamond Timothy Flowers, who's going for a right to the eyes. He gets into the tag mate there. And great drop toe hold takedown there from Adam Impact, going right to work on the arm of Legend.
Well, I tell you what, the Street Fighters, one thing about them, they're kind of like the Nasty Boys, except a lot better, but they come straight at you. That's how they're like the Nasty Boys. They just go straight ahead. They got more guts than brains, and you saw a good example of that right there. Joey Legend running in, can't wait to start kicking some booty, and a simple leg takedown, and he's at a disadvantage.
I'll tell you what, Legend and Flowers in a lot better shape than the Nasty Boys as far as physique and maybe agility goes in that ring. But here we go, Impact turning this one around, Legend flipping him over, and right back down. Nice leg drop there on that arm. I'll tell you what, they're working over that left arm of Joe E. Legend. Street Fighters and, I don't know, the California Connection, I don't know, Cruz and Impact.
Pretty catchy name, Joe, and you're interesting that you say they're working over the left arm, because it's the left arm of Cruz that, of course, was severely damaged in that bow boy.
Cow, but look at Cruz redeeming himself here, picking it. Beautiful maneuver there. Might have him. Oh, and there is Flowers.
Flowers is a wily veteran, Joe, but as I was saying, it was that left arm of Cruz that was severely injured in that boating accident. Cruz, obviously not much of a boating enthusiast after that little accident, Joe, but he made a miraculous comeback. He's back in the ring, but that left arm may be the weak link in the tag, and you see the sick individual that Diamond Timothy Flowers is. He is going to be going after that arm.
Not only that, he is the same man that maybe did some re-injuring to that left arm of Cruz. And look at this, Cruz now with the right arm, the elbow that lands, and they are still working over the arm of one half of the Street Fighters. Quick tag now, and here goes Adam Impact, double axe handle.
Well, I tell you what, Joe, for a tag team, this California Connection, as you call them, Cruz and Impact, that has not been together very long, they're showing me some real fluid tag team wrestling. And you know what happened, of course, as you mentioned, Diamond Timothy Flowers was taking a chair to that bad arm of Cruz, and Adam Impact came in and saved Cruz. And since then, these two have been friends, and they've been tagging up. And it's like they say, it's kind of a twist of fate, and all of a sudden, we've got a top-ranked tag team.
I'll tell you what, Cruz had told me that arm was 100% when he, a big knee there that changes the course of this match here, and Legend needs to make a tag. He does. And in comes the veteran of that tag team, Diamond Timothy Flowers. Oh, look at that, big karate thrust, maybe a closed hand. He's got that taped up right hand. And here's another one for good measure on Impact. And this is what Flowers is all about. And he's going to stretch him out a bit here, at least that arm, and try and do the same damage he did Impact.
I'll tell you what, Tim Flowers is just, the look on the man's face, he's always smiling, Joe, but it's not a friendly, hi, how you doing? The postman's coming to deliver you your mail in the morning smile. It's one of those smiles you see on a schizophrenic who hasn't had enough Prozac that week. He's a sick individual, Joe, and he's double tough. Any man who wears his earrings in the ring has got to be tough in my books.
Well, you'd have to be to have a haircut like that as well. I'll tell you that clothesline that lands on Impact, and Flowers makes a tag. Now in comes Legend. They're double teaming here. That knee just driven right into that tricep bicep area of Adam Impact, and I guess they've done really basically the same thing that Cruz and Impact started off, working over the arm of the opponent.
Well, I'll tell you what, Tim Flowers is a lot like Arn and Ole Anderson used to be, the Minnesota Wrecking Crew back in the 80s. Tim Flowers likes to pick one body part and he likes to work it. For all the talk about being a street fighter, and Tim Flowers certainly is all of that, he was also the New York State Amateur Wrestling Champion, trained by the late, great Dr. Jerry Graham, one of the biggest names of professional wrestling in the 1970s. Tim Flowers was recruited by Jerry Graham when he was only 14 years old.
Look at this double team effort. The referee being distracted here, and Flowers takes, I guess, advantage of that. No tag made. You heard Flowers choker. Come on, referee, turn around.
That's a beautiful technical move. I'm sure he learned that from Jerry Graham, Joe.
We're taking a look at it here. One full 20-minute time limit. We were talking about the Cruiser's arm. Oh, look at this now. Look at, he just dropped him right on top of the top rope, and that one lands right there in the larynx of Adam Impact, and Flowers not letting go. He's just not even holding up. Full offense.
Looked like he just curb stomped him off the second rope, Joe. And I tell you what, Tim Flowers is one of these guys. It's like a few guys in the IWA, guys like Tim Flowers, Dr. Luther, Death Wolf Fenris. These guys, you got to think there's some sort of a store somewhere called Psychos or Us where the promoters of the IWA are going to get these guys because they just keep coming.
Here's a double team effort there, double axe handle, and he is out before the count of 5. I guess some would consider that smart tag team wrestling. And Legend antagonizing Cruz, and Cruz getting the best of him there, and now look at this, taking advantage of the referee's distraction again. So I guess you got to say Legend got the best of Cruz in that battle there.
Joe, you'll notice Tim Flowers likes to stand in the corner and constantly shouting directions and orders at Joey Legend. Joey Legend is kind of like Tim Flowers' minion. He's his charge. He's his young boy. He's taken him under his arm and said, look, do as I tell you, and things are going to go well. But there's an interesting dynamic at work because it's very clear that Tim Flowers runs this tag team.
Well, you're going to be seeing a lot more from both these tag teams here on IWA Hardcore Wrestling. Sunset Flip, he might have him, rolls him up, only a 2 count, though. Impact. Be nice if he could make a tag to the Cruiser. And we were talking about this.
Look, Joe, sorry to interrupt you, but you saw that sunset flip, and Tim Flowers, when he went over to tag Joey Legend, I heard him from our position at ringside, he said, where the hell were you? And he slapped his hand like he was angry. So you can see Tim Flowers, not a very patient individual, and he's constantly yelling orders at Joey Legend. Interesting dynamic. I think it probably works well for them, Joe.
That chicken wing suplex led to a 2 count for the team of the Street Fighters. Cruz coming back from that arm injury you were talking about, from that boating accident. 100% will take you back to the time that Diamond...
Look out, Joe!
He just whacked him right in between the shoulder blades, and you gotta know what that feels like. And Legend taking advantage of the situation there. Holy cow, just boomerang him under that body.
Flowers starts throwing around furniture. Somebody's gonna get hurt, and in this case, it's Adam Impact.
Look at this, the feet are up on the ropes there, and the referee catches that one just in the nick of time. Cruz coming back after that injury, and then, of course, getting it somewhat re-injured, I would guess. I tried to talk. There we go! Rolls him up! 1, 2, and Flowers in the nick of time.
Flowers is not happy at that. You know, if you're gonna hot dog, make sure you know where your opponent is. And that was not a smart move by Joey Legend. Joey Legend, probably the more athletic of the two in the sense that he likes the high-risk maneuvers. But I think that's one of the things that bothers Tim Flowers a bit. Tim Flowers likes to keep things simple, likes to keep it on the ground, doesn't like to take a lot of chances, Joe, just like that. Now we've got a situation. They had the advantage. We went for a high-impact move, and now both men are down, and we could be looking at a double count-out.
You got to think the Legend would get back to his feet first. They've been working over Impact for the last few minutes in this one. Cruz can get in there. We were talking, here we go now. We got a turtle race going on right now, but look at this, Flowers got the tag there, and he just stomped him right in the guts.
Tim Flowers, and just every week I see him, you know. Tim Flowers actually, Joe, and I'm going to tell you something that's kind of interesting. Tim Flowers and I stayed at the same hotel in South Africa on a tour once, and I'll tell you what, I had to switch hotels because I would hear these arguments going on in the next room where Flowers was staying.
Yeah.
So I go knock on the door, and he was by himself, Joe.
Yeah.
It's a little bit strange, I'll tell you what. So that's Tim Flowers for you, but you cannot take away from the wrestling ability of the Diamond Man.
Had a little bit of a figure four head scissor, a lot of pressure there on the neck and chin area of Adam Impact. I'll tell you what my grandmother used to say, when you start talking to yourself, it's the first sign of going crazy, and that definitely describes Diamond Timothy Flowers. He's working him over now, applying a lot of pressure on Adam Impact, who has to make a tag if this team is to be successful. Added leverage now with the help of Joey Legend.
Well, Joe, I'll tell you what, talk about going crazy. They say if you think you're going crazy, you're probably not. I've heard Tim Flowers deny being insane on a number of occasions, so I don't know what kind of commentary that is on his state of mental health.
I'll tell you what, I don't know what his state of mental health is. I don't like to hang around with people like you or him. But here we go again. Look at this now. Flowers.
Look at Legend. He's asleep at the switch, and oh boy, I think someone's going to get beaten with a Singapore cane tonight back in Hell's Kitchen because Tim Flowers is not happy.
Look at Impact now, trying to come back with 3 right hands. Oh, double axe handle. It's phased, I guess, Flowers for a second, but right back on top.
Joe, I gotta wonder about the state of Chi Cruz's arm because, you know, Cruz has not even tried. Look at this beautiful Boston Crab, and you see Flowers taunting Chi Cruz. You gotta wonder what's wrong with Chi Cruz. Why isn't he coming into the ring? He's been staying on the apron, and you gotta wonder, maybe that arm is hurt from that beating Flowers put on him a couple of weeks back.
Well, that's what I was trying to get to. Oh, there he goes. The footwork's fine. You can see that at Chi Cruz. He just stopped on Flowers, and this might turn this one around for Impact. He needs to make a tag. He got the tag. In comes Cruz now. And Chi Cruz, he's got a lot of blood boiling there. Adrenaline flowing. Look who he's got in the ring. This is redemption time for Cruz. And I'll tell you what, Flowers is cruising for a bruising with the cruiser. Look at this. Flips them both over now. Clothesline takedown, and Cruz is on fire.
Cruz is crazy. He may be looking at some assault charges, Joe, but you'll notice he's only punching with the right hand. The left arm is still injured, and you're not going to beat Tim Flowers with only one good arm.
Look at this now. There's that right elbow that lands, and we've got all 4 of them in here. Oh, inverted atomic drop that lands on Impact, who hasn't gotten back to form.
I think Impact has injured his posterior giblet on that last move, Joe Aiello.
I'll tell you what, this is as hardcore as it gets. All 4 of these guys are cruising for a bruising, I guess. Right hand.
Joe, I think he may have had the proverbial international object. Beautiful move by Tim Flowers.
Flowers grabbed some out of his trunks. He's already got a taped fist. He did get the 3 count, though. And they are your winners. The Street Fighters, that is not the end of this
Beautiful move. Look at the face. He looks like one of those international models, Joe. And a beautiful move by Tim Flowers. A devastating right hand that puts Mike Tyson to shame.
An injustice here in the IWA, but you'll be hearing more from both these tag teams. We got to take a break. It's IWA Hardcore in your face wrestling.